All right, good day. Hope everybody's having a good one out there. So, this video, from what I've learned, I kind of wanted to give my perspective as somebody who is a new fan and that's taken this crash course into Nightwish. Now, I know with the prior singers, there was some drama and some stuff like that. I'm not touching on any of that, and this isn't a a comparison of sorts in the sense of who's the better singer. Okay, if all of these ladies, phenomenal singers, there's no question, no question. Um, but I wanted to talk about it as a, like I said, as a newer fan and being able to have hindsight, being a fan from this point, and being able to look back and not have had experienced them at that time, um, and what it um, seems like, or presents as, to me. Now, why I'm going through the trouble of setting this all up is I want to make sure this is, I don't want to insult any buddy's talents or skills or anything. But I feel that steps had to be taken in order for them to get to the place that they are now. Much like a lot of bands, sometimes they need to grow into themselves. Um, when I go back and I listen to songs with Tarja singing, I hear a different band. I hear a more medievally sounding band. Her operatic approach is much more hardcore, and she sticks with the operatic aspect a lot more, it seems. Comparing songs is a little hard because of the generations that this band has come through, and kind of being, almost biased or whatever because of the first way you might have heard a song, and now hearing it different it just sounds strange. But I have talked with the fan base a lot, and I have come to notice some things, and I don't think I'm too off the mark here. And it seems like the first two singers were necessary steps in order to get to where they are with Floor. Every iteration, and that's what I'll call like a different singer, they feel like a different band almost. But one thing that, and we have the privilege of hindsight now, is the one thing that Floor has is, it seems to me like she is the voice that Thomas is writing for in his head. And I know they all have a big part to play and everything, but you understand, like, I feel a lot of times, like when I look back and I see like live shows with Anette, her singing is so different. It's more of a pop rock singer's approach. Her She's not as operatic, not as with that regal type of operatic. But one thing I did notice though is it almost, for the first time listener, oddly enough, opera and, like, say, death metal can have some similarities in the fact that for the first time listener, it can be not as approachable, or a little, because you're not understanding everything that you're taking in at first. There's a lot coming at you. And when something is presented in an operatic form, it's so big, and there's you're taken in by the singing itself, and never mind the words that are being said. It's almost like it's the beauty of it is almost distracting you from hearing what is actually being said. Where the approach that Anette had, there's much more of a, for the first time listener, I'm picking up a lot more of what she's laying down, and I hear a lot more on the first go around. That being said, and again, this is kind of some tricky biased hindsight, it feels like there's something amiss, or there's something missing in the Anette time, and I mean that with no ill. It feels like when she's trying to convey the emotion that Floor seems to so effortlessly do, she's really working at it, and it doesn't seem that she's able to make it as prominent as when Floor does it. You take the same type of approach from with Tarja though, and the heart and the feeling gets lost in the beauty of the singing and that operatic approach. There's boxes being checked off, okay? These first two singers, they check off a lot of boxes, but not all of them. Floor has the full range of singing parts that perhaps weren't even envisioned for her, but yet she's got that revamp history. And when you see that, you understand right away that, oh boy, this is the, what they call the full package. This is from A to Z. It's wow. These types of singers aren't just floating around everywhere. This is amazing stuff for a singer to be able to have that kind of range. And the way that, she's able to check off the boxes. All of these ladies are lovely and very likable ladies. I can see why all of them are held in high regard. And I get the passion behind, because Nightwish is kind of a lot of passion, isn't it? So when Floor is able to come in and, do parts that maybe, we'll just sample that. Oh, no, I can take care of that. We'll have, him take this part and get that low end for you. Oh, I could do that too, or we could do it together. Oh, okay. You see what I'm saying? There's, a lot more of the boxes are checked off, but she's the right fit. Not all the time, just because a singer is a great singer, are they the right fit. And it's like this she's the voice that Tomas was writing for, and he didn't even know it yet. And at the same time, even if she was sitting there waiting, and like, come on, anytime, I'm waiting by the phone, you could call at any time now. Even if she was waiting all that time, which she wasn't, we know she had her own thing going on, they had to grow into this. There's, you can hear it in even the music. The music itself presents differently with Floor as the front woman. It just does. The amount of emotion that comes through these songs that were written way before her time with this band, and the way she's able to take them, and you would swear that she was a part of that writing process, or she was there because she knows what to do with these lyrics. She knows how to present this. She knows the best way to convey this for this band, this sound, and this audience. And you know, it's every one of these ladies has done this band such a great service in helping them grow into what they are today. You know, we would not have the Nightwish, I don't think, that we have today hadn't these necessary steps been taken. And just like in life, sometimes you have to deal with some pain in order to grow. And that's literally happened on the world's stage with this band. And I think that is a perfect, just, there's a lot of lessons to be learned with this whole thing. And I have gotten a lot of info about the Tarja stuff, and perhaps in a later video we will get into that in another Nightwish discussion. I fear, though, that people looking back might see, you know, Anette as this like placeholder. And because we have to accept that her singing is way different than both Floor and Tarja. Her range, we'll say, and her approach, even though there was music written with her singing at the time, it just presents that much more fuller and richer with. But I don't think that it would be fair to look at Annette's time like that. And that's what I want to make sure that I'm making clear, because, again, these are necessary steps that had to be taken in order to get to where they are today. And sometimes, you know, you need to do some learning in real time. Isn't that, you know, what life's all about? So I wanted to, I've been wanting to do this because I want to just kind of, as a new fan of this band and learning, you know, like, look, when I first was introduced to this band, I wasn't aware there was any other singer at all until the first few videos, and somebody had said, oh, you know, and explained that there was others, and I'm like, there's been other singers? And I'm like, okay. And and learning all this and taking it in, it's I understand, and I get why people are so attached to this band, and it's hard not to be, and it's hard not to get in to the fabric of this and what has made what this is today. And it's a beautiful thing, and I think they not to get corny, but it's one of them things where the universe, the stars, the planets aligned at the right time. Floor was in need. They were in need of each other. And this thing literally was able to, worlds were able to collide. And here we are today. And we have to be thankful for, you know, the ladies that have come before her to help set this stage. That, you know, these are big shoes to fill. And, you know, I understand, you know, why they, you know, they call her the goddess queen, and, you know, these, you know, I get it. and it's beautiful stuff. These are beautiful people, and they are beautiful singers, and they all deserve a huge amount of respect in my book, because just these are people that we're not hearing enough of in the mainstream and every day. You know, I should be hearing about what is going on in these singers, you know, musical worlds on a daily basis, because of how fantastic and how talented and how insanely awesome they are. But no, we're not getting that, are we? So, but for you people over there, you're lucky. Don't take it for granted. And I know you don't. Yeah, just wanted to have this little chat. We're gonna do plenty more discussions, and I had to make sure I had the. Please tell me I have the right picture of Annette, because her looks have changed quite a bit. So I was like really nervous. So hopefully I didn't screw up. Please tell me I didn't. All right, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me know what you think of this. You know, I know it can be a touchy topic, for reasons, but this is just how I kind of see it as a new fan to this band, and I thankful I'm on this trip. It's just been awesome. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. See you in the next one.